Hey, this is Victor Antonio, and welcome to another Monday morning sales workout. Anyway, today I want to talk about the foot in the door strategy. Now, you've probably used this strategy, but maybe didn't know what the name was, or maybe used it and didn't know why it worked. Oh, we're going to go through that right now. Download the worksheet. Now, the foot in the door, if I can read this a little bit, it's important. The foot in the door strategy is a persuasion technique that was first studied by Jonathan Friedman and Scott Fraser in 1966. This has been around for a while. The idea is to get the targeted person to say yes to a simple, small request right before you ask for a big yes. In other words, get a small yes to get a big yes. Now, they did this study where they wanted people to put big signs in their front yards, right, on their lawns. And they went to houses and says, can you put this sign that says, drive safely? The majority of people said, no, thank you. We're not doing that, right? So then they changed their strategy. They then went up to people, to their houses again, and they said, do you mind putting this small placard, a little sign, on your window that says drive safely? And a lot of people said yes. Then for those people who said yes, they then 2 weeks later went back and said, do you mind putting this big sign, drive safely, on your front lawn? And the majority of people said yes. In other words, when they said yes to the small commitment, they said then it was easier to get the second yes for the bigger commitment. So the question is, how could you use this strategy? I've suggested some items here. The first one is get somebody to agree to a demo, and then maybe the next step is a field trial. Instead of trying to tell them, hey, let's do a field trial, hey, what if we just do a small demo? In building small demo, and then if it works, we'll do a field trial. How does that sound? See, small request for the big request. How about a free, no obligation offer, and then sign them up for a month? Conduct a field trial, then offer to extend that field trial. Hey, let's just do a field trial, and if you like it, then we can extend it. Again, small to a big yes. How about this? If you're using social media, how about if we run just a 1 week ad campaign, and just to see if it works? And if it works, we'll go from there. We'll do something else. But if you try to sell them a 1 year program, they may say, no. But if you sell them a 1 week program, that's a nice way to get your foot in the door. Last example, getting someone to agree to an information meeting, right? No selling, wink, wink, right? Can lead to a conversation where then you can get a big meeting and talk about your big products. So for your team, what I want you to do is list several foot in the door tactics, maybe that your team uses today, and maybe think of some new and innovative ways you can use this strategy now that you're really aware of it. You're cognitively aware of how this can work. For example, agree to a field trial, 1 or 2 approaches, something like that. What can your team do differently to get people to kind of give you a small yes before they give you the big yes? Have that discussion. This is Victor Antonio, always reminding you, selenate hard when you get a small yes, and you know how. Take care.